Hey there, how's it going? We are here for more Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I think we're up to day 4 now at this point, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Let's go ahead and dive right in, shall we? And we are going to do this again. I really like that they added this, this previously on, right? It's so good. Alright, let's see. No, main story. Uh-oh. No way. They didn't add anything to the story for us. Anyways, if we look at what it's talking about, right? I think at the end of day 2, or maybe midway through day 2, we ended up completing a trial on our home island, being teleported to a different island, and not knowing what the heck was going on, right? We ran into someone named Maeve, who it mentions right here, a warrior. She helped guide us to a nearby town, and weirdness ensued where all the girls and the women in the village had been captured by monsters 20 years prior, and you know, it's an interesting story that we went through yesterday, you know, and it ended up culminating in us actually fighting against Maeve, who turned out to be the younger sister of the guy from the village who went to rescue the ladies and was thrown under the bus by all of his neighbors and stuff, who said they would come and help him rescue them, and they did not at the last second, and so he ended up getting killed. They felt guilty about it. They renamed the town after him, Malloy, and Malloy just so happened to be Maeve's older brother, and so she harbors all this resentment and anger towards them, and so she basically turns into a villain. But the story is kind of sad, and we feel empathy towards her for her situation, and so it ended up with us fighting her and defeating her, and I think killing her. And it was really bittersweet, and now we're gonna find out what's next in the adventure. So let's go ahead and dive in, and we'll... Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know about peaceful respite. Yeah, let's see. Go on and talk to Patrick and Hanlon. Right. And then we return to town, see all the ladies are here. We see girls running around. We see a couple older ladies over here. We ended yesterday before we talked to anybody, so we have like the entire town to talk to now, so bear with me here. That's part of the completionist experience, where we just talk to every single NPC everywhere. We explore every nook and cranny of every environment, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and do that.
Now.
Sure, would you save the sloppy talk till later? These young folks can hear you, so they can... Listen me, darling, I'll never let you out of my sight again till I'm cold in the ground. Never! You know, you could have probably proven your love more by, like, trying to rescue her instead of not, but okay. Sure, I could scarcely believe me ears. The thought of himself digging up his own vegetable patch to save me in year 1. I never thought he had it in him, so I didn't. He didn't do any of that, but okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Mammy caught a flea. She put it in the teapot and made a cup of tea. Alright. Would you look at this? Me wife and daughter have come back to me. Yeah, and you didn't even have to lift a finger to make it happen either. I don't really have much love or respect for the men of this village, honestly, after how they treated the ladies by not trying to rescue them or anything. Sure, it's a fine day, and no mistake, the sun's splitting the stones and me darling wife's back where she belongs. I'm gonna rebuild this village with me own hands. You just see if I don't. Starting tomorrow, like, okay, yeah, we're gonna put it off. The monster spirited us away somewhere, eh? Alls I remember is it was awful dark. Well, I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a bit of an adventure now and again. Who am I kidding? It was desperate altogether. Why are you trying to justify that being kidnapped by monsters wasn't the worst thing in the world?
Oh.
You're back, safe and sound, I see. Me fellow told me all that happened, how we were dragged off by the awful monsters and how you came to our rescue. Tell you the truth, I can't remember a thing about being taken captive, but that's by the by. Thanks a million for all you've done. You were gone for 20 years and you don't remember it? Okay, now there's got to be something else. Some other piece to the story here. So the girls are all back again. Big deal. Sure, it makes not a bit of difference to me at all. I'm going back to sleep. Okay. So you made it back. That's grand altogether. Would I be right in thinking you gave the monsters a hiding? Nope. You did it. I get it. They must have seen you coming and run off to their mammies. Well, I'm grateful to you. Now I've just got to fix me house up and everything will be grand. Uh-huh. Okay. I've been thinking a lot about trees. You can cut a mighty oak down, but then a new one will grow from a little acorn, eh? It's a lot like life, do you not think? One generation leaves, and another one springs up to take its place. And, of course, we gotta pet the puppy. Do it. Yeah, pet that puppy. Well done. Malloy, the hero of the village, had a little sister, so he did. When her brother was fighting the monsters, she managed to slip away and was never seen again. Yeah, that's Maeve. It could make you weep, so it could. I just pray she's safe somewhere, and one day she'll come back to the village. Dude, she hates everybody here because you let her brother die because you didn't help him. And then yeah.
Oh.
You'll never leave me again, will you? Sure, I can't take the thought of being apart for a single solitary second. Come on and marry me, will you? Sure, we'll tell everyone in the village and have a right old knees up. I couldn't be happier. It seems me fellas finally realized what a catch I am. Dude. I think we've actually got stuff to sell. There you are. We've been praying for you morning, noon, and night, so we have. Young Patrick's been mooching about the place with a big frown on his face ever since you's headed out. I know, I'll be over the moon to see you all again. Now, I'll stop blathering and get back to me day job. Uh-huh. Well, firstly, let's look at what we can sell. Yeah, because we've got some... No, wait a second. Oh, right. I forgot that was actually super hype. We got a whip as a drop from an enemy in the dungeon yesterday. For anybody that's not familiar with Dragon Quest, like, itemization themes throughout the IP, it looks like, most weapons like swords, daggers, hammers, spears, stuff like that, they're all single target for like basic attacks, whatever. But whips target a group of enemies, and boomerangs target all enemies. And so they make for really good weapons during random battles, the whips and the boomerangs do. And so it was a really big deal because it was the first whip or boomerang we'd found when we got this thorn whip as a drop. And as you can see, it's actually got more attack than the dagger that Maribel had equipped anyways. And so it was not only a damage upgrade, but it also is like a pseudo AoE weapon too. So it makes a big difference. And so whenever we get our first boomerang, that will be a big deal as well. I'll be also very much looking forward to that. Look at our money. We're looking pretty good here, I would say. We're up to almost $1,000, and we, I think, have We even bought this. We came back. I forgot. Yeah, while we were working on the dungeon yesterday, we came back and we kept periodically resupplying equipment and stuff. We literally have all of the best possible equipment in the game right now, and so we don't need to actually buy anything. Although, actually, I take that back. I think we should buy... Let's see. No, we got a lot of these as drops too. I remember we bought enough to take us either up to 10 or 15, and then we used some, but we also got some as drops, so we're good there too. I think we're actually just good. We don't need to do anything here. Except go talk to... I don't know if there's actually... Oh, wait, hold on. There's people on the top of the inn. Oh, and who are you? How's the form? I owe you one, so I do. You got me wife back, safe and sound. I feel a bit guilty, to be honest. I got away without having to tear this place down after all. Not like some in town. Oh, and then his wife's over here. Oh, she's not even gonna talk to us. I don't think we need to spend money on that when there's places where we can, like the dungeons or whatever, we can teleport to that have like the save points that also heal you. We can do that for free. Like we could just fast travel. We could just fast travel back to the tower and heal for free there, and then fast travel back to Ballymalloy, and it's like we just saved $15. I mean, that's obviously that's not very much money, but you know, early in the game, it's seeming like money is kind of scarce. So, there you are. Sure, I'm only after promising this fine young lady that I'd let her be the first to hear me. Ladies first. Since yourselves here, though. Would you all like to hear it too? Sure, it's no bother. Like, nope. Ah, sure, it's your loss, like. Alright, fine. Let's hear it. Grand, well, here we go. Me heart's doing backflips, me head's in a spin. I just cannot wait for each day to begin. How do you like it? I think it may be my best work yet, like. Dude, that was like one line. Where's the rest of it?
Oh.
How can we ever thank you enough for all you've done? The village may be jinxed at the moment, but where there's life, there's hope. We'll soon have it back on its feet, you'll see. I'm not gonna lie, like, the townsfolk in this town, this is like one of the least likable towns I think I've ever been to in a JRPG. Like, I genuinely don't really like the people here. They all kind of just suck, right? Well, the guys do. I guess I shouldn't really be putting any of this on the ladies, right? Like, that's not really fair. Howya, it's grand to see you back. I'm sure you've noticed, but our women folk are back and all. I dread to think what would have happened if they'd not made it. Sure, there's no other way to saying it. You saved the village, so you did. Uh-huh. You know, you could have contributed. Oh, okay, I guess we're...
You're back! Me dad's just after telling me everything, like. I heard you and him gave the monsters a good hiding. Thanks a million.
I've got to change the audio up a little bit. I think the music's still a little loud.
Dad, did you meet Maeve at all? We have to tell her we beat them monsters.
Dude.
We did meet Maeve, lad, yeah.
Dude, your dad literally killed Maeve, but okay.
He did? Deadly! And now
yes, your dad
I
was.
can go and find her myself.
Poor Patrick.
Chuffed to bits, I know she will. I'll see you all later.
Patrick is like one of the best kid NPCs I've ever seen in a game.
Everything's just the way it should be.
Uh-huh, except for Maeve.
Just doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Should have tried harder to get the villagers to come with me. It was our chance to make things right, you know? Or at least it might have helped poor Maeve meet a less miserable end.
Well, okay, the other thing is, if the entire village would have came with, Maeve would have seen that they actually and genuinely regretted their inaction 20 years ago, and she probably wouldn't have even fought us, let alone died, right? But because only Hanlon came, like... they literally proved her her animosity towards them and her anger towards them to be right, like justified, to be rightly so, you know. And so we got the ending we did because the villagers still suck. They sucked 20 years ago, and 20 years later they still suck. The guys the guys do. And the worst part is that, like, all the ladies in the village, all their partners and stuff, like, they might not ever even know this, know what happened. And so they might go through their entire lives not knowing that the guys they're with, like, just genuinely suck and are cowards and do not care about their neighbors enough to fight for them, you know. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this village, at least the guys in this village are like, it's like the least likable village I think I've ever seen in a game.
I mean, she was Malloy's sister after all. She deserved better than that.
Yeah, like a lot better.
Never mind me and me old blather. What's done is done. Now, if I remember rightly, Maeve told you to go back to the forest where you first met her, did she not?
Yeah, she did. True.
Head there now, like, you never know. You might find some clues that'll help you find your way home.
I forgot she said that, so we actually do have.
Remember, you've always a home waiting for you here in the village.
Pass.
You and your pal saved me life, and you saved our home. We'll not forget that in a hurry. Not that I'm hoping you don't find your way back, of course. I'll be praying you do. We all will.
Okay, cheers.
Anyway, let's me chatter. Off at you. And here's hoping this is goodbye. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Before I forget, let's mess with here. The voices are too louder than the music, and it's still like not. I think we need something like this. I don't know. That wasn't even that noticeable, was it? The music's just really loud in this game, and that's okay. I haven't minded the music at all, but like when we get the actual voice acted cutscenes, it's like with it at 8, it's like I can hear the voices over the music, but the music is still like loud, like it's too loud. I don't want to turn it too far down either. Let's try 6 first. That's 2 down, and then if we need to go further, we can. I'm not gonna lie, on my end, I almost like 4 or 5 more even than 6, but let's try 6 first. Oh, we got chat. So, Maeve told us to go back to the forest, the place where we first met her. It feels strange going back there alone, but it might be the only way to return to Esterd. Alright, well, let's do it. Now, first we need to rest, right? So let's do what I mentioned. Let's go to the tower real quick. And we'll heal up. It's nice that we have these statues out here. It's nice that we have good fast travel. And we had fast travel from the start of the game. Remember in, well, I guess it wasn't quite bad, but like in Octopath 0, we had to wait before we got like upgraded fast travel, and we could actually teleport like anywhere. Originally, we could only teleport to towns, which was kind of sucky. Alright, so we do that. We don't need to save or anything right away. Okay, we have chat. Come on, Stan, let's head back to that forest. Maeve told us to go there when it was all over. Maybe there's something there that will help us get home. That's the plan. Going to the Oddwoods. Oh. See how nice that fast travel is? It's so good. Oh, we actually probably, before we go in there, we should just grab this, because free stuff, right? Especially free MP item. Look at that. We took care of the tower yesterday and look what happened. All the monsters on the overworld are gone. That's pretty cool. It's always nice when games have like story related permanence. Wow, look at all these flowers. Is that Patrick?
Oh.
Hell yeah. Take a look at this, would you? Look at all them flowers. See, why is this not voiced? Sir, I'd love for Maeve to see this, but I can't find her anywhere, so I can't. Yes, you can have the wooden doll now. Yeah, well, I mean, I could hit him with the no again, but like that seems kind of scummy. And we already didn't give it to him before, so let's give it to him now. Alright, there you go, dude. What's that? Maeve wanted me to have this, you say? Thanks a million. I'll be sure to look after it. Here's something for yous, like. Seed of Resilience? Ooh. Now I'm gonna find Maeve and tell her she's welcome to live with us in Ballymalloy. Make sure you visit us now and then. I know she'll be happy to see you. Oh my gosh, somebody please tell this sweet kid that Maeve's gone. Yeah, we still can't see what that says. Alright, let's head over. Where are we going? I don't know, back to exactly where we came in, it looks like. I'm not gonna lie, you know, the environments in this game, they're, at least so far, they're fairly linear, but they're kind of big. I don't know why, but I'm almost getting like, and it doesn't, it's kind of weird because it's not like the same exact like RPG subgenre, but I'm getting a little bit of like Trials of Mana vibes about like the level design in here. You know, if anybody's played the remake that came out, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years ago, like the level designs are a little bit similar, it feels like, to that, like in size and almost just shape even too, where they're fairly linear, but they have like small paths like off to the sides and stuff. Like I never minded it in there. Honestly, I don't know why. As for anybody who's not, or for who is new to the channel, I often don't mind like design choices that a lot of people typically do. You know, like a few games like Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XIII are both, well, maybe not equally criticized, but they're both definitely guilty of being very linear, right? Like, and especially, I mean, I think 13 is way more heavily criticized for it, but like I remember as a kid feeling that same way about 10, you know, because we came from 9, which had like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Final Fantasy world to explore out of all the games. Maybe part of it was because we could explore it riding chocobos and stuff too, and including like flying around on a black chocobo. That was amazing. But in Final Fantasy X, you don't even get a world map, right? You'll get a list. You get a list of places and you just automatically fly there. You fast travel from town to town and there's no like open world, which felt really weird for me since I grew up, you know, for anybody who's new to the channel, I'm 42, I'll be 43 in March. And I grew up playing like Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 6, Phantasy Star 4, Shining Force 2. I mean, hell, even Shining Force 2 and Mystaria on Saturn. I grew up playing Srpgs that even had overworlds you could explore. And so it felt really, really weird in Final Fantasy X to have a JRPG where you didn't have a world to explore. But I tried to like be cool with it and whatever, and like at the end of the day, it didn't tarnish my experience with the game enough for me to really care that much about it being like very linear and stuff and not having a world map. And then we had a very similar experience in 13, and like again, it didn't really bother me. So it's kind of whatever. Like here, you know, I'm noticing it, I'm feeling it a bit, but again, I don't really care. It's not souring my experience at all, I don't think. Okay, so we're going into the portal. Are we going back home now? This is really interesting. We got portals. Oh, here we are. Yo.
Hang about.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
We're back here.
At the shrine where we put the pieces
right
together.
Here, remember? We talked to our weird floaty friend and slotted those stone fragments into the pedestal. And then...
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, I am here, you know. Try to be more respectful, please. I'm the fully fledged servant of a higher power, I'll have you know. But let's not get into the details of exactly who and what I am right now. I'm just glad to see you made it back safely. So, I trust you got the adventure you were hoping for, my young friends.
Yes, I suppose we did.
Sure.
Although, I'm not quite sure what actually happened. Was it all a dream or something?
Don't be so stupid, Kiefer. How could it be? Since when did 3 people have exactly the same dream?
She's so nice, isn't she?
Killed, and it was all your fault.
Yeah, thanks, Eustace.
Are you even listening? No, you're staring off into space as usual. Did you hear what I said?
We're daydreaming about Mr. Tumnus, okay? You jerk, chill. And Reapacheep and stuff.
Why am I not surprised?
Just you wait, Maribel. One day you're gonna turn into a dragon. Mark my words. Rumbling, rumbling. It's coming. Rumbling, rumbling. Beware. Sorry, I will forever associate the word rumbling with being where. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, wait. Whoa, okay. We got another wait, is that the island we were just on? That's, dude, what? Dude, what? What is going on?
What the heck just happened? Well, at least it stopped shaking now.
I love that we're getting like so much sci-fi stuff going on. For anybody, I'm gonna keep saying this just in case we've got any new folks joining us for the Let's Play, which hopefully we do. But for anybody who's new to the channel, I really like Jrpgs that incorporate both sci-fi and fantasy. Like, I haven't played them all yet because I'm weird and something's wrong with me, but I really like the Star Ocean games where they combine fantasy and sci-fi. I'm like literate in all of literacy, whether it's film, television, video games, books, it doesn't matter. Sci-fi and fantasy are my 2 favorite genres, and so when we get games that combine them in like together, oh man, I love it. Like when we played Star Ocean 2's remake a couple years ago, man, that was so good. It was so good. And we're getting all this sci-fi stuff here too, which is really cool. Okay, hold on. I think the camera might be... Do we have any desyncing going? Sorry, apologies. Hopefully we won't have that for the rest of the day's videos. Okay, let's see. That looks better. This is really cool. That looked like the island we were just on, right? Okay, let's see what else the keeper has to say.
For a second there, I thought we were being sent back to Ballymalloy.
Kind of almost looked like it.
It was just a little tremor. Don't be such a baby.
Yeah, except
The main thing is, we're back. And I don't know about you, but I've had quite enough excitement for one lifetime.
Yeah, you're not coming for the rest of the
My mother must be worried
adventure.
sick, which means I'll probably never hear the end of this. Thanks for nothing, you two.
You know what I hope? I hope when we get back to town, I hope her mom didn't even know she was gone. Seriously, I hope that's the case.
Ah! My dad'll be tearing his hair out too. I'm really for it this time.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I'd better get back to the castle. I'll be in touch, okay?
Oh.
Charming. And where's my goodbye, huh? What am I, invisible or something?
He does look like Prince Charming from the
There's no
Shrek
help
movies,
for
doesn't he?
Anyway, come on. We better get going.
Not so fast, my friends.
Uh-oh.
Now I know you've had a curious experience, but be under no illusions. That was no dream. Although I think you know that already. And I also think you know what you need to do next.
Fast
Oh,
travel
we
back to
do, do we?
Ballymalloy.
Well, I, for one, haven't got the foggiest. And I'm sure he doesn't either.
Who are silent
You must
protagonists.
continue to collect all the tablet fragments you can find, of course.
Okay.
Do that, and you'll soon come to understand. I guarantee it.
That's what you made us stop for? To tell us we basically have to figure everything out for ourselves? Well, thanks a bunch. We'll be heading off now, if it's all the same to you.
Oh, but of course. You run on home and get some rest. You'll need plenty of energy if you're going to go out fragment hunting.
Fragment hunting.
And remember, as soon as you find any, bring them straight to me. Put enough of them together, and the way forward will be revealed. Oh, good luck now.
This is such an interesting concept. I mean, so many JRPGs I've played over the years, they start out, you know, and you're like some kid in a village, right? And then all of a sudden a calamity happens and it involves like super strong like monsters or gods or something. And all of a sudden you go from being a kid who just wants to go on adventures and stuff to having to like save the world and battle gods and stuff, right? Like it's a JRPG trope at this point, but we have something entirely different from that here, and it's gonna be like we put look at that. Now there's Ballymalloy right there. That's so cool. I can't put my cursor up there, but it's like right here. The island is right next to ours. It's very cool. We can't teleport there. We're gonna have to take a boat there. Hopefully Dad will let us borrow his boat since it's like in plain view from our island now. But I imagine we're gonna be tablet fragment hunting and revealing all these islands all over the world. All of a sudden, the rest of the world is gonna become visible to us, and I have no idea. Like, we have no idea what the story is about that yet, right? Which is cool as well. Okay, so we definitely have some other fragments, right? We have a green fragment and a red fragment. Okay, I think this is red. For anybody new to the channel, I'm colorblind, and green and red are two of the colors that are actually, now that I'm looking at it more, I think this is green and this is red. But there's a few pairings of colors that are really hard for me to distinguish from each other. There's yellow and orange, blue and purple, and red and green. So I think what I'm looking at, let's see. Nope, not that one here. Oh no, what? We can't place our, no, we gotta place our fragments. Oh, what the heck? No, I gotta, oh, they're not gonna let me place my fragments. Okay, I don't normally like his thoughts or anything, but I wanna do with my fragment pieces what Kendrick Perkins does on ESPN when he's revealing any of his lists around the NBA. He goes up to the big touchscreen TV that's like 90 inches or whatever they have in their studio, and he slaps it and goes bam, and then one of his like top 5 players of some list gets revealed. He's like bam. I want to put the fragments down on the pedestals and be like bam, but I can't. I have to go home. What do you think you're doing? We only just made it back in one piece the last time. No more adventures for today. Come on, let's get back to Pilchard Bay. Oh my gosh. Trust Kiefer to run off and leave us on our own. He's got no manners, that boy. Come on then, Stan. It looks like you're the lucky one who gets to escort me back to Pilchard Bay. The lucky. That's an interesting word choice. Oh, there's still... And that's the other thing I almost forgot in this shrine. Oh, okay, she's gonna be like that. All right, let's go home. Oh, we can't fast travel either. Fine, we'll hoof it.
Hey!
Listen, but never mind. I'm far too tired to be chatting right now. Less talking, more walking. Okay, but actually, you know what? This is going to be a great stopping point for our first... Oh, just kidding. Hold on 1 second. I don't expect you to have noticed, but I'm absolutely shattered. I don't want any of your detours or any other nonsense. Is that clear? Just take me back to Pilchard Bay. You idiot. Is what she's probably thinking about us. Okay, this is going to be a great stopping point for our first video of day 4. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little while. Hopefully you enjoyed the start to day 4 here, the sci-fi adventure of fragment hunting and revealing different islands around the world. Apparently, I guess we're going to be doing more of that, which is really cool. It's a very interesting story and gameplay loop that we're starting here that I'm interested in seeing where it goes. But that's going to do it for the first video of day 4. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.